What is up, best ones worldwide? It's your boy DITB1 Donnie Blast here with another video. The grind's real. I'm trying to post a lot of sport content on this channel since I had to make a whole new channel because of what happened on DBTV. But let's get right to the video. Alright, so there's a lot of rumors going around in the NBA that Kyrie Irving demanded a trade from the Cleveland Cavaliers, which, for me, in my opinion, I see where he's coming from. Right now, the Cavaliers have not done really anything in the free agency besides sign Jose Calderon. That's all they did. A team that went to the finals twice signed Jose Calderon. And they fired David Griffin, who was their GM. So right now, this organization has no idea what to do because a lot of teams are stacking up against the Warriors. KD changed basketball forever. The Snake changed basketball forever. I thought I would never say those words. But KD changed the game, so now a lot of teams have been making super teams in the West. The Timberwolves now, they have Jimmy Butler, they have Andrew Wiggins, Karl Anthony Towns, Jeff Teague, Jamal Crawford off the bench. They have a stacked team. Then on top of that, you have two of the best, you got Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins, two of the best big men in the NBA on one team. Also, you got the Houston Rockets, who just got CP3 and James Harden, and might be getting Melo on top of that. You have a bunch of stacked teams that are on the rise, like Phoenix, like the Lakers. You got a bunch of exciting teams. Philadelphia, the Bucks, like Giannis, Greek Freak. And now the Cavaliers are in a position where they don't know what to do, which I feel very bad for Cleveland fans, well, mainly LeBron fans. LeBron James is very frustrated too, which a lot of people think that LeBron wants out in 2018, which he probably will leave the Cavaliers, especially if their best point guard, Kyrie Irving, is really serious about leaving this team. So we're going to go over all this analysis, and I'm going to give you guys my personal opinion on what the Cleveland Cavaliers will do to get Kyrie Irving. Because a lot of people are speculating that, oh, he wants to go to San Antonio, or oh, he wants to go to this team or that team. But reality is, he doesn't have that no trade clause like Carmelo has. Melo has control wherever he goes. But Kyrie Irving has no control over that. So whatever Cleveland wants to do, they get to do because they have the power to pretty much choose where Kyrie wants to go. If they want to do a trade with the Brooklyn Nets, well, hell, we'll take Kyrie Irving. You can take some bums. But right now, the four teams that Kyrie Irving said that he was interested in were the Timberwolves. He wants to go play with Karl Towns and Jimmy Butler. He wants to go play with either Timberwolves, San Antonio Spurs, Miami Heat, or the New York Knicks. Those are the four teams Kyrie Irving is interested in. And I actually think one of those teams, the Cavaliers, will do a trade with, in my opinion. But I'm going to go over each team and why it will or will not work. Okay, so the reason why the first team I take out of that proportion is the San Antonio Spurs. I do not see Kyrie Irving going to the Spurs. I don't see the Cavaliers doing a trade for Kyrie Irving from the Spurs. Who are they going to get besides Aldridge? They don't really need Aldridge if they got Love. So I really don't see Kyrie wearing a Spurs jersey because the Spurs have always been known for playing fundamental basketball. They've always played as a team. It's never been about ISO ball, which Kyrie Irving is one of the best ISO players in the NBA. He likes to break ankles and drive. He likes to break ankles and shoot, which he's been doing since the day he got drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA. Reason why he won't fit in San Antonio and Greg Popovich's lineup is because they're too fundamental, and it's not Kyrie's environment. It's not his team. He won't fit the culture. It's not for him. So I think San Antonio is out of proportions, but he could be traded there. Like I said, you never know because he doesn't have control. So if the Cavaliers get what they want from San Antonio, then Kyrie could be taking his talents to San Antonio. But do I think that'll happen? No. I don't see him in a San Antonio uniform. The next team we're going to go over is the Minnesota Timberwolves. The team I really want Kyrie Irving to play because that will be a force to be reckoned with. If you see Kyrie Irving, Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins, Karl Towns, Jamal Crawford, Gorgie Dang, you got a great bench. Justin Patton, mad potential in him. You got a bunch of great talents in Minnesota, plus Tom Thibodeau as your coach. That, I think, will be the best place for him to go if he wants to win a ring, but he doesn't have control over that. And another reason why I don't see the Timberwolves and Cleveland Cavaliers doing a trade is because the Timberwolves are not going to get rid of any of their stars. The only thing they will probably trade for Kyrie Irving is probably draft picks and Gorgie Dang. That's all I could see happening. Plus, they just signed Jeff Teague. They just signed a decent point guard. So where is that going to fall into place? They just gave Jeff Teague a pretty big contract. I cannot see Kyrie Irving going to that team only because Cleveland's going to want more than what they're actually going to get from Minnesota. So, Minnesota fans, I'm sorry, Kyrie will not be playing for your team. Now, the next team that I think is a very possibility that he might go to is the Miami Heat. The team that surprised everybody in the NBA by storm. This team was losing the most games in the NBA last season to actually being the 9th seed, one game away from being in the NBA playoffs. With a very, very underrated core with Goran Dragic and Whiteside. Very underrated. Plus, Dion Waiter and James Johnson had the best year they possibly could have had with any team. No one expected them to be that good. And Kyrie, yes, he fits in that system. It's a perfect way. He would be the number one on that team, something Miami fans have been waiting for. Because right now the number one player is Dion Waiters, or Whiteside, whatever you prefer. But Kyrie Irving would fit that team perfect. He would fit the culture. He would be a perfect fit for the Miami Heat. But the reason why I say that he is not going to the Miami Heat is because I don't know what assets Miami has to get a superstar, an elite point guard that even won the finals, won the NBA finals before, one of the best point guards in the NBA. How are they going to get him? For what assets? What do Miami have that they can really trade to get Kyrie besides Hassan and draft picks? I don't see him going to Miami. They don't have no assets. But now this gets to where I believe he's going to. I think Kyrie Irving will be taking his talents to the New York Knicks. As much as it hates me to say it because I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan, I don't like the New York Knicks. But the reason why I say Kyrie Irving will take his talents to New York Knicks, and the reason why this trade will happen, there's a lot of reasons to it. Because here's the big reason why. The New York Knicks have been in a struggle with Carmelo Anthony. They've had Carmelo since 2010. He was really good, and then a lot of craziness happened, especially when Phil Jackson joined the New York Knicks in their front office. That's when things went right down the tubes. But Melo, the reason why he hasn't been traded right away is because he has a no-trade clause. Not a lot of players in the NBA have a no-trade clause. But Melo can choose where he wants to go. So, the Knicks cannot trade Melo unless he's okay with the trade. And Melo did say there's two teams that he wants to go to. If he had to pick two teams he would want to go to, it would either be the Houston Rockets or the Cleveland Cavaliers. So tell me how this all of a sudden happens. Kyrie demands out in Cleveland. Melo says he wants to go play with LeBron and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Right there's an opportunity knocking on its door. Plus, Kyrie can play Kyrie in New York. He would be able to do his ISO playing basketball. He has Porzingis, and I think that he would be the number one in New York. Plus, it's a huge franchise. The Knicks have a great past, well, not with their Hall of Famers and legends, but besides that, they have it's a great city to live in. Plus, that's why Melo's been there for a while because of all the endorsements and stuff. But the reason why this all works out is because Melo can go play with LeBron. Kyrie can go play for the Knicks. He can go do Kyrie. He can do his own thing in New York City, which I think is why he fits perfect in New York. I think Melo gets to leave, which is what he wants to do, but he wants to go to the right team. He's ready to contend. And the trade that I think is going to happen, in my opinion, guys, I think that it will be a 3-team deal between the Phoenix Suns, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the New York Knicks. So, my opinion about all this will be the Cavaliers will receive Carmelo Anthony and Eric Bledsoe. I think that the Phoenix Suns are done with Eric Bledsoe. Bledsoe will be going to the Cleveland Cavaliers, or the Cavaliers will receive Carmelo Anthony and probably Phoenix and New York draft picks. Only because the Cavaliers will get Derrick Rose in free agency, which will replace Kyrie Irving for a year. So now, the New York Knicks will receive Kyrie Irving and Tyson Chandler, which means they got a player that can grab boards, and then they got a player that can create his own shot, that is a great, outstanding, elite point guard in this Eastern Conference, which can get them that A seed, which is what the Knicks want. They want playoffs. They are ready to go to playoffs. They tried last year with a super team, but it went right down the tubes. And then Phoenix Suns will receive Kevin Love and the New York Knicks rookie, Frank. I'm not going to even pronounce his last name. And the reason why I see this all working out is because the Cleveland Cavaliers, Melo wants to go to Cleveland. He wants to play with LeBron. That's always been one of his goals. LeBron always wanted to play with Melo, and the Cavaliers, they're going to have to impress LeBron if they really want him to stay next year. So Melo is that only option. That is his only choice. Which I actually think Melo is either going to Cavs or he's going to Houston. It's one or the other. The New York Knicks, it makes sense that they get Kyrie and Tyson Chandler. They get a great point guard, plus they get a good center, who's right now, he's about to reach his peak. But now the Phoenix Suns, this is what is really good about the Phoenix Sun fans. They should be happy about this. They are getting Kevin Love, a all-star. In my opinion, I think Kevin Love is a great player, all-star, but he does not fit the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron James, he cannot play with LeBron. Kevin Love can. So I think that he will go to a really bad team, which will be the Phoenix Suns. He will be really good in Phoenix, just like he was in Minnesota. Well, not just like he was in Minnesota, but I think he will be pretty good in Phoenix. He could possibly be an all-star. And the Suns actually get another young asset with their core, which right now they have a great future looking ahead of them. They got Devin Booker on their team. They got Marquise Chris. They got Dragan Bender. They got a bunch of young assets on this New York Knicks team. And Josh Jackson on this Phoenix Suns team. And now adding Frank to that is a great future. Phoenix Suns will be pretty good for the future, I think, if they do this. Plus, they have this star, Kevin Love, with Devin Booker, which I think will be pretty good. And I think it works out in all three teams' favors. It is going to be weird seeing Kyrie leave. I think it's all rumors. I'm not going to believe Kyrie Irving leaving Cleveland until it happens. Until that trade, until that thing pops up on this phone, I will not believe Kyrie Irving is leaving. But this is really surprising to a lot of NBA fans, especially myself. I'm pretty shocked about this whole Kyrie Irving trade rumor thing where he wants out. I guess he wanted out before draft night, and he wanted to play with Jimmy Butler in Chicago, but, you know, Chicago, Cleveland wanted Jimmy Butler, but nothing worked out that way, so then, you know, Jimmy Butler got traded to Minnesota, which Minnesota fans just got a steal out of that. But Cleveland Cavaliers right now, they have no idea what the hell they're doing. They just lost to a super team. And I think that right now they're stuck. I think there's no way out, Cleveland fans. LeBron is leaving 2018. If you guys get Melo, if LeBron leaves, Melo's leaving. So you're screwed. Cleveland is screwed. There's no way out of this. If Irvin wants out, he's leaving. LeBron wants out, he's leaving. Melo is probably going to leave if LeBron leaves. Okay, let's be real. But it's pretty crazy how things work out. And Kyrie Irving, I understand where he's coming from. He wants to play. He wants to play his style of basketball, not LeBron. He wants to be the number one, not number two. So that's why I see Kyrie Irving, I think, going to New York. That's his best destination. But like I said, it's not his choice. It's not our choice. If Cleveland wants to get rid of him and take him to the Bucks or Brooklyn or anybody, they could do whatever the hell they want because Kyrie has no control over wherever the hell he goes. But that was my opinion, my analysis on what I think is going to happen with the whole Kyrie Irving trade. Where is Kyrie going? I think he's going to the New York Knicks. That's where he's taking his talents. I think that the Cleveland Cavaliers, to make LeBron happy, they're going to have to bring in Melo now. That's their only choice, plus signing Rose in free agency. I think they'll still be a great team, but I feel like they're falling apart. After next season, that team is done if LeBron leaves. But if you guys enjoyed my opinion, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button. If you're not a best one yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Links down in the description below. You can check out the main channel, Donald's the Best One, DBTV, etc. All down below. And to all the best ones out there, worldwide, DITV1, we are taking over. And also, guys, before I go, comment down below what you guys think is going to happen with Kyrie Irving. Take it easy, guys.